everyone, and welcome to the new module. In Module 4, we're going to be talking about making decisions. So that's going to involve some new statements, if statements, if else statements, if statements, switch statements. We'll be learning about relational and logical operators as well. So there's quite a bit of material in here. So let's just go through some important information. This is the video you're watching now. This is our module at a glance. If you open that up, you'll find the student learning outcomes for this module, and there's always a link to the full course schedule. And here we have our lecture and assignment, so it's going to follow the same process as before, or previous modules, I should say. There's going to be 2 assignments in Revel that'll cover all of Chapter 4. There are a couple of issues or problems. I've noted all the problems here. In addition, I placed a highlight in Revel whenever there's a problem. If you click on the highlight, you'll see a message there just telling you what the problem is. So again, sorry for this, but it's the first version of this online version of the textbook, so I guess we're working out the kinks as we go. I wanted to talk a little bit about Revel, so I'm just going to go here for a second, and you'll see a few things that I want you to be aware of when answering questions in Revel. Here's an example. Assume side 1 and side 2 are int variables. Write an expression that returns true if side 1 is equal to side 2. An expression is just part of a statement. It's not a statement. It doesn't have a semicolon. It's not an cout statement or assignment statement. It's just an expression. So read the questions carefully. Sometimes they will ask for a statement. So again, assume side 1 and 2 are integer variables. Write a statement that assigns a Boolean variable is square true if side 1 is equal to side 2. So here's an assignment statement. Is square, assign the value of side 1 equal side 2. Now if you're watching this video before you do the Revel assignment, which you likely are, these are operators that we'll talk about in this chapter. The other thing that some people are having problems with, here's another type of question you might find. The double variable sum number contains this. Write a statement to display this variable sum number with 2 places after the decimal point. If they give you a variable, you have to use the variable in the answer. You can't replace that with 123.456. In addition, sum number, it has to be spelled exactly like in the question. You can even copy and paste the variable name into the answer to make sure that you don't have a typo. This is looking for a variable with exactly this name, including the uppercase N, so you need to be mindful of that. Okay, as always, here's some additional variables that go along with certain sections in Chapter 4. I do have some files. Oops. I don't know how I just did that. I do have some files attached that you can run if you would like to, and this video shows you how to create a project that you can use to run all the different sample programs in this course. So that's just, if you would like to do that, in addition to watching the videos, you can. Okay, we have a discussion. Our discussion is a little bit different in that there are questions that you have to answer, and then to respond, you need to look at the answers for other students' questions and say either, if you think it's correct, you can say, I believe you're correct. If you think there's an error, you can tell them there's an error and try to fix it. But please read carefully. The title of your post should be the question, either question A, question B, question C, etc., etc. And include the original question in your post. So when you're answering this question, you could just copy and paste, here's my question, and then here's my answer. If you don't do this, people have to kind of flip-flop back and forth through the questions and answers. It's all very difficult. And keep in mind, each student has to answer a different question. If question A is already answered, then you have to pick another one. And there's quite a few from you to choose from. So follow the instructions carefully for this discussion. And the discussion, again, if you don't get it right, that's fine. That's part of the discussion. Somebody else can help you fix up your syntax a little bit. This project is going to be more in depth than previous projects. Don't think you can finish it in a short period of time. Try to work on the project a few days before the due date so you have time to work on it. You have time to email it to me if you have questions. I do have a sample program you should review. It's kind of the whole process from beginning to end of going through a project, a problem, designing an algorithm for it. And the problem has decisions in it, so it'll involve if statements or if else statements, and then writing the actual code. So it's very important that you really look at that first so you get an understanding of the whole process. This is information for Project 4. You need to watch this before you work on the project, but I would watch it after you read the instructions. So here's the instructions. Once you read them, all the instructions, go back here. And watch this video. If you don't watch this video, you're going to have a very hard time completing the project, so please do so. There's some calculations in there that I'm going to try to help you with in this video. And let's see. And then, of course, we'll have our quiz. With this quiz, I'm going to put some review material out a few days before the quiz. It'll be in this folder, and I will post an announcement once I put the review material out. And, as always, make sure that you're paying attention to our calendar, and this will contain all of our due dates. So you can see here, the discussion post is due here. We have our 2 assignments due on Friday and Saturday. The discussion response is due here. The project and the quiz can be taken either of these 2 days. There's a lot of people missing due dates. You need to be aware of the calendar when you take an online course. We have this calendar here. In the course syllabus information, there's a full course calendar you can print out. You can keep it with you. You can put it on your phone, whatever's convenient for you. Okay, again, the project in this module is going to be more difficult. And so there's going to be some calculations in it you need to think about, some decision statements. Don't wait till the last minute. Start early. If you have any questions, send me an email and attach your CPP file and I can help you. Okay, get started.